with your head. Dance till you're dead.
Moving along to the next, we have the Bugeye. First version of the GD chassis. Really fun car. I've owned one of these as well. I had an 02 WRX. They really are what started the craze. There was the hardcore people that when that 2.5 RS came out, I had several friends like this, ran out, bought them, beat the crap out of them on back roads, in the dirt, whatever. Once the WRX got here, we had the turbo drivetrain. Basically we had our version of what Subaru was running in the WRC, and it was popular. Really was. Great car. 224 horsepower, I think is what that put out stock. Had the 2-liter. It was a 5-speed. Could get an automatic, but it was something that you could drive every day and surprise some people with. When it came out, there really wasn't anything around that was like that. There were other turbo cars around, but this thing was set up to have some fun with. With these cars, again, possibilities kind of endless with what you want to do with it. Looks wise, there's a lot of options out there. The body style wasn't around very long, 02 and 03, but there was still just so much made for it. These cars, fairly easy for swapping as well. What most people will do with that is drop in an STI setup. Even if you are keeping, your 2-liter engine, 6-speed swaps are fairly common. Something a lot of people like to do. Those 02s, 03s, their 5-speed transmissions were, let's say, less than desirable. They're pretty much glass. So as soon as you started getting into the power, you were going to have to look at rebuilding a transmission. The downside, obviously, once you started playing with it, you had to spend more money to be able to keep playing with it. 6-speed swap is expensive. Once you do it and get it in, you're set, though. The only thing you're really going to have to worry about at that point is, clutches. Clutches for that transmission are fairly expensive. But a Bugeye, also still being a fairly light chassis, is great, especially if you want to do autocross, things like that. A Bugeye with an STI swap on an autocross course would be a blast. And I know that just from even driving STIs themselves, and having driven a few Bugeyes that are up there on power. I've driven one with a 6-speed, and it's just fun. It's also, for me, I kind of like it more because it's what I'm used to. I have an STI with a 6-speed, so hopping back and forth between a 6-speed and a 5-speed, it's just a different feel. Something, I'm so used to the 6-speed now. It's like when I hop in a 5-speed, I'm like, oh yeah, wait, no, I'm not trying to throw in reverse on the highway. So it's one of those things that you run into.